Hello, welcome back to KPVM's Young at Heart. Second interview of mine today. I have two individuals with me, Lee and Alan Cromer of the Valley Cruisers of Pahrump. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Valley Cruisers of Pahrump. What is, I've heard of it, but for the people that haven't or want to know more about it, what is the Valley Cruisers of Pahrump?
It's a classic car club. Actually, we have classics and antique cars. Some of the cars, though, classic cars are considered classic if they're 1975 or older. Mm-hmm. But some of the newer cars, like the new Ford Thunderbirds and the Corvettes, they're instant classics almost.
Right.
So
because of the older styling.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The retro styling.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about, just old cars and new cars.
So for somebody that hasn't been able to take a ride in one of the earlier model Thunderbirds versus the Thunderbird that they had or still have, I don't know if they're still producing it. Which do you like better?
I like the old ones.
Do you like the old ones better?
Yeah.
Just a more raw feel to them?
Right. It seems like you're driving a car instead of it driving you, you know what I mean?
Right. And if it breaks down, if it does, you can actually get to the different parts of the engine, and without a computer you can look at it and do the repairs.
Right.
That's probably the extent of my mechanical knowledge.
You didn't have to be a mechanic with the old cars.
But put a computer in front of me and I'll hook it up to a car and make it run.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a classic car club. Mm-hmm. You, as a club, you have regular meetings, correct?
That's correct. We have them the second Thursday at the Pahrump Nugget and at the conference room near the bowling alley. Now, we will not have a meeting for October on the 2nd. It'll be the first Monday.
Okay.
No, yes, October. We'll have our meeting in September, and October will be the first Monday, and we won't have a meeting for December because that's when we just get together and have a potluck at a member's house because December is a busy month for everybody.
Okay.
And the meetings are from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
All right, so second Thursday, you said?
Yes.
Second Thursday of each month from
6 p.m.
6 p.m. at the Pahrump Nugget.
We do have an open time from 5 to 6 where people can come ahead of time just to socialize and visit, but then the meeting starts, our president starts the meeting at 6.
Okay, so you actually have a formalized, structured meeting, and what types of things do you discuss at the meetings?
Oh, we discuss our April car show. We discuss cruises that we'll be scheduling. We usually try to have at least one cruise or events that are coming up that other people are giving. That's all discussed so that if members want to get together to go to some of these other events, we like to, participate and support other people that support us as well. And our main goal is to help the children here in Pahrump. That's what the basic of the car club is.
Right, exactly. And the programs that you support, I have just a couple of them listed here. The high school art scholarship program, Pahrump Valley High School Grad Night Fiesta, Food for Thought, No to Abuse, and also you have something to do with the Thanksgiving time where you're able to, I guess, collect the foods and distribute it to the people or to the kids of Pahrump?
No, we don't collect it. What we do is we donate a cash amount of money, and the people that organize these food programs, we give them one check because then they can buy in quantity. And then they are aware of the families that need to have things taken to.
I see.
So that's how we do that. We find out that that's better than going out buying food. Sometimes Jackson on the radio station, she has a big food drive, but we'll just donate a certain amount of money and then they'll distribute it.
Right. And the money, okay, the money that you are able to donate, now this comes from a whole lot of people that support your group.
That's correct. From the April event, that's the only event that we have where we're able to raise our money. So then, from then on, we designate a certain amount after all of our expenses.
And the people, I know that we have a shot of this, the T-shirt that's sitting in front of us with, and this T-shirt also lists a lot of those sponsors.
Yes.
So just in case you can't see, I'll have ask Lee to mention some of the names.
Okay, one of
These are
our,
all local businesses.
our business, the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, he's one of the people that has supported every year since he's been here. We have
That's a good
some
fit.
new one, the Western Exterminator, that was a new one. Gunny's, he was in last year, the Car Quest, and they also are a vendor. And they have a lot of things that are sent down from their corporate offices to be there as a vendor.
Right.
So Family Pharmacy, the Desert View Hospital, Horizon Market, and then, of course, even though they're not into cars, the Shadow Mountain Feed. They've supported us for 2 years, and then Wolfie's, they joined us this year because he also has had a previous car show that he put another gentleman as the coordinator of it. And so this year they're on our T-shirt. So
Excellent.
we're getting some people to come back that were maybe back in the years in the past, and then for different reasons they didn't support the T-shirt anymore.
Right.
But they see all of the positive things
Absolutely.
that
It's a
the Valley
wonderful-
Cruises are doing.
Right, it's a
So-
great way to market the business for sure.
Yeah.
Before we're done with the interview, actually, because we're going to be winding down here in a couple of minutes, you had mentioned two things: a cruise. Now, this isn't the cruise that you take on a ship. This is the cruise where everybody is getting together with the classic cars and actually going on a drive. Where do you start generally? Where do you start off on these cruises, and where do you end up? Now, I also understand that not everybody may want to be able to, or may want to take their classic car out on the drive. So how does that work out?
We designate a place to meet. Usually it's, where do we meet sometimes?
Like up at Short Branch?
No, we
No,
don't.
Saddle
We
West.
go to Short Branch.
Saddle West.
Saddle West. Sometimes we'll meet at Saddle West. Sometimes we'll meet at the Nugget.
Yeah.
And then we'll drive to Short Branch Saloon in Crystal. And then sometimes we'll go to the China Ranch Date Farm.
A little bit longer of a drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'll go to the, what is it, Spring Mountain Saloon up.
Right,
the
world
Spring
famous,
Mountain.
yes.
Yeah.
So the cruise can average from, as little as 20 minutes from here to Crystal.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's all paved, every inch of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Except for the parking lot, but Ms. Kathy does a wonderful job on hosting these events.
Yeah,
and
she's
being
also a sponsor for our T-shirts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
She is, Ms. Kathy is quite the character,
Yeah,
but
she is.
she does so much.
Because she even has a shoe, well, I don't know if she did it this year, but she used to collect shoes for the children when they were starting school, so we have
Right.
donated to that as well.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That is awesome. Let's talk a little bit about the people that are running this organization or running this association. You said that Pahrump Valley Cruisers have been around since 1996. That's 17 years. That's a good long while.
It is.
It's a good run. And originally it was Joe Cohen, who was
He was the first president.
right.
Of
And
the
the
club.
current president is.
Is Bob Moniz.
And okay, well, I'm not familiar with that name. So Bob is local here in town.
Yes, he lives here in Pahrump.
And actually, that brings up another question: the makeup of the group, average age.
Wow.
Oh, I would say from 50 up, but we always welcome younger people. Sometimes we do have them, but because of jobs and things like that,
Yeah.
if they have to go to work, maybe they're not as involved as much. So it does take most of the seniors that are running all the activities, especially the big car show day and like that. But we do have a lot of people call that want to even entertain.
Speaking of that, when people want to give you a call, what number do they reach you at?
775-751-0994. That's Lee and Alan's residential number.
Awesome. Lee and Alan, we're pretty much out of time. There's so much to talk about, though, so maybe we can have you come back in the near future, like closer to one of the events coming up.
Most definitely.
Thank you so much for being here. That's
Thank you for
very
having us.
interesting.
Thank you very much. We can tell you about the entertainment then, too.
Excellent. Works. That works. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. We will be right back after these few messages.